Hello and welcome back to Volume 5 of My Prostate is Trying to Kill Me.
Thank you very much. That's my granddaughter Harlow. This is my granddaughter Harlow. She's 11 going on 40. She ran back in the house. Her and Grandma KK are going to make a cake. We have my youngest son and his fiance coming over tomorrow night for a game night, make homemade pizzas and play some Mexican train. So they're going to make a cake to celebrate the occasion. So that ought to be pretty good. So anyways, much later in the day than I normally do the videos. Which by the way, it is volume 5 of My Prostate is Trying to Kill Me. I'm Martin Graves, just an ordinary guy fighting prostate cancer, and I'm glad to have you along for the ride. Like I said, much later in the day today than I normally shoot the video. Slept in a little bit this morning. I got up about 8 o'clock and then was moving a little slow. So we got some things done around the house, and then we went to Target, did a little shopping for what I guess normally would be considered back to school shopping, but we'll find out whether that's going to work with the whole Wuhan virus thing going on. And then ran to the grocery store, picked up some stuff for some of the meals we're going to be cooking, and took a little siesta this afternoon. Got myself a cup of real coffee with some caffeine in there. I already cooked the taco meat for tonight. We're going to have some taco salads, and it should be good. So anyway, just to catch up real quick to where we're at right now, we had been talking about the fact that my bladder was full. I couldn't drain it. Went to my urologist, and he set up an appointment to do a biopsy. So that's kind of where we were at. I was going to tell you about my kidneys coming into story, and what happened was I started having back pain. Had no idea what the back pain was from, and it was excruciating. I mean, it would just drop me to my knee, Lord take me now kind of pain. Had no idea what it was. Couldn't get out of bed, couldn't crawl, and of course I'm home alone because my wife's at work, and so she came home, and I believe it was on a Wednesday night. This would have been maybe 6 days prior to my biopsy, and I had to get off some of my medication before I had the biopsy because they don't want you to bleed. So my blood thinning medicine that I take for my AFib, I had to get off of. So she took me to Hoag, to the emergency room, to have them check me out and find out what was going on with that. And so it would come and go at that point. The pain was there, then it wasn't, then it was, then it wasn't. They did a CAT scan and didn't see anything going on. Did some blood tests, and stuff was coming back okay. So they really had no idea. They started thinking I had pulled muscles or something like that, and they really couldn't give me painkillers because they couldn't thin out my blood because I had a prostate biopsy coming up. So I kind of lucked out. The pain stopped. They let me go home, and then over the next 3 or 4 days, it would just come and go. There'd be some pain there, and then it would stop, and so that took me up to the time when I had to go and get the biopsy done. So I drove from Huntington Beach down to Irvine, and was feeling a little more lucid that day, so that worked out pretty good. And then had the biopsy done, and I will tell you that was not one of the favorite things in life that I've ever done. I read the brochure, and it talks about what they're going to do, and guys, bear with me. You lay on your side like you would for a normal examination, and they have a little plastic gun, almost like a toy gun thing, that goes in there. It has a tube on it, and when you pull the trigger, that little grabber comes out like it would, those tools that you use to go down a drain, and you push it, and the claw comes out, and you pick stuff up and pull it out of the drain. So it's like that. It goes in and it pulls a piece back, pulls back part of the flesh from your prostate, and there's a little blade in there that cuts it, and it makes a core in there. So pull, cut, and they numb you. They give you some local anesthetic to make it less painful, and they have to take 12 of those little cores, and then they compare them all, and that's what they find out if you in fact have cancer, what the degree is, and all the medical stuff that they do. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know, but so I went in and laid on my side and got ready for it, and the doc fired off the first one, and I had read the pamphlet, and it said there'll be some mild discomfort. Figured, okay, cool, I can live with that. First one got my attention. I thought, that was painful. I'd actually call that painful. That was beyond mild discomfort. They hit me with the second one, and that was even more painful than the first one. They hit me with the third one, and I thought, wait a minute, what the heck? And so jokingly I told the doc, said, you know what, I'm going to find the guy that wrote the pamphlet, and I'm going to discuss with him what mildly uncomfortable feels like. And so then my urologist hit me with the fourth one, and I uttered a couple of phrases that I won't say here on YouTube. And I'm pretty sure they heard me in every other examining room in that office. It wasn't something Santa should have been saying. And I had tears coming out of my eyes. It hurt so bad. And that's when my urologist said, Mr. Graves, I'm really sorry to tell you, we weren't able to get to the nerve to be able to numb it. So we had to do this without local. Like, oh my God. And he says, but we're going to stop there. We're just going to do the 4. Because remember, they wanted to get 12 of them. So we're going to stop at the 4. And literally had tears coming out of my eyes. It was the best thing I've ever heard is, we're going to stop right here. I couldn't have taken any more of those. So anyways, that was the end of the prostate exam, the biopsy. And then I would have to wait for the results to go through there. And just because it's been a long day and we're going to be having dinner and stuff, I'm going to leave it right there. The visit isn't over yet, but we tried to fix my bladder on this same trip. And I'll do a real short video tomorrow and pick it up there and let you know what happened. So thanks so much for following along on this journey with me. If you want to subscribe, click the subscription button below, click the bell, and you'll be notified when a new video shows up. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. I do appreciate that, each and every one of you. So God bless you. It's Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. God bless our troops, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.